Welcome to Having a Yarn.
Hello,
I'm Kacy.
I'm Tif.
And this is our crafty podcast where we get together and talk all about the things that we're making.
Which for Kacy is a lot, and for me, not so much.
Yeah. So anyway, cheers.
Oh yes.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Let's just really hope that 2021 is a hell of a lot better than 2020. All 67 months of 2020.
I was going to say, I think it's been a while since our last episode. Originally we used to open this by saying this is our monthly podcast. Now you probably noticed I was like, this is our podcast.
I mean,
but it feels like simultaneously 3 days ago and also 67 years ago.
Yes, correct.
So I don't know how old I am.
I know somebody said to me something about Tiger King being at the start of the year, and I was
no,
like, no, it wasn't. That was
3 years ago. Tiger King.
This year.
Oh my God. There was something else as well that I looked back in my Instagram and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, this year. I know.
What?
Crazy.
So anyway, so cheers.
Cheers.
Again?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. So anyway, I hope everyone had a nice Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Well, it's not New Year's for us yet.
But it will be when you watch this, so.
Probably.
Future us wishes you a
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
2021. Let's
I mean,
do it.
past us wishes you a Happy New Year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we just got some little snacks down here. So we've got cherries.
You know, it's that time of the year. Oh, these cherries are so thirsty. They're just clinging together in little bunches and making me look like a pig. I'm going to give this one that fell on the floor instead.
So what's been happening in your life before we get to our craft?
Thanks for asking, as I put. Sure remember.
You're welcome.
Well, I finished my first study period.
Oh. How was it?
So I don't remember if I said last time, but I accidentally ended up enrolling in two things at the same time. Accidentally. Very on brand for me. So I finished the one thing, which is all done. So I now have an undergraduate certificate in aged care support, which is a totally made up thing that the government made up because of COVID. Doesn't really count for very much. But anyway, I have one of those. And I finished my first study period of public health and got a distinction. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yay!
Even though I was like 1.3% away from a high distinction, and I was so mad at myself because it was my own fault because I didn't study for one of the tests and didn't do very well. And so, but it's so okay because it's just about still passing.
Yes, P's get degrees.
That's very true, they do.
But also, my argument was HDs also get degrees.
It also rhymes.
And that's the degree that I want.
And also, yes, it's true.
Because then you can be like, I graduated with distinction, which I make a point of saying all the time.
Because we are not overachievers.
No.
At all. Not even a little bit. I mean, if we were overachievers, we would overachieve a lot of things or something.
I don't even know what that sentence was.
We're underachievers at overachieving? No.
No. No, we're
overachievers at overachieving?
Yeah.
Anyway, mine doesn't even have alcohol in it.
I know. I'm drinking an Aperol Spritz and you've got pomegranate and soda.
Yeah.
So, anyway. My life has been interesting.
Yes.
I started my new job.
Yes.
Which is
3,000 times better than her old job.
So good. It just feels like, I was saying to someone the other day that it's the first job I've ever had where I feel like me. Like, do you know how there's normally like different versions of you?
It does feel like though that this job was designed specifically for you, which is probably why you feel that way.
I feel like I'm like the one person in WA who would have been like, perfect for this job.
Yeah. Maybe even a whole of Australia.
Maybe. I just haven't, like, it was a very specific skill set that I had. Anyway, I just go in, I feel like the authentic me every day.
Which is what you want.
It's lovely. So.
Yeah. And you have a great boss and a good team.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, the great boss who gave me the champagne that's currently in my Aperol Spritz. Sorry for using expensive champagne in my Aperol, but
hey, it's your champagne and you can do what you want with it.
And plus, like, I feel like, why use just crappy ingredients in something? Why not use the best stuff and make it even better?
What, when you like read about what chefs, they're always like, it's all about the ingredients. Use the best ingredients to get the best result. So I feel you made a good life choice.
Yep. And then I also sadly had a car accident and rode off my car.
But she's okay, as you can see, she didn't die.
I tore my rotator cuff. I have whiplash. And
not dead.
I'm not dead, just in constant pain. Rode off my car, but now I've got a nice new car. New to me car, not a new car. Because
that you can go camping in.
Yes.
And watch the sunset.
So that's very exciting.
I still have the same shitty car. I haven't managed to get anyone to hit me up.
I was actually going to say to you, which is probably like not something that we really need to be discussing on the podcast. People are like, shut up and show us your stuff. Is that, remember how you were thinking about getting a new MG?
Yes.
The shit. Do not buy one.
Don't buy an MG.
Oh my God. So in the space of like the 3 weeks after my accident, I think I had 5 different cars that I was driving because I had my hire car and then I had like my new car. Then my new car had to go back for tinting. So they gave me this like Mercedes to drive. And then I had to then take it back because I found a little bit of rust on it. So they gave me a brand new MG, had like 20 Ks on it. The ones that they're selling for about 15 grand at John Hughes. Horrible. Like disgusting to drive, like really terrible power. Everything feels plasticky and tinny, and it was just like the worst car I've ever driven.
Glad I didn't buy one then.
So anyone out there thinking about them, they're actually just horrible cars. Like I would much rather get a 10-year-old like i30 from what I had than buy a brand new
That's sad because the
MG.
vintage MGs are very nice.
Yeah,
so.
no, the build quality was terrible, power was terrible, everything just felt like it was about to fall apart.
So you're welcome. This is our motorsports podcast.
Yeah.
What's that one? That's that TV show with the 3. Top Gear.
Yeah.
Look out, Top Gear. We're coming for you.
Welcome to Top Gear. I'm Kacy.
I'm a British man who needs to drive fast cars to feel good about himself.
So anyway, that's life. So should we get on to our
We can.
craft?
Yes. I think you should start because
I have a list.
she does.
Okay, so I'm going to start with what I'm wearing.
Oh, it's so good.
So I'll insert a picture at some point, or I won't because I don't edit this.
Our lovely editor
Chris,
love.
he will insert a picture for you. But basically, you can kind of see here. I think
It's her rifle paper coat shirt that she finally.
That I'm wearing with shorts because it's like 400 degrees outside today.
But it looks good with shorts. Why would you not wear it with shorts?
Yeah, but it's like I feel like this is kind of fancy, and then I'm wearing like shorts, which are not so fancy.
Party up top. Something else down the bottom. I don't remember how that saying goes.
No.
It's something to do with mullets, but.
Business in the front, party at the back.
That's the one.
So business at the top,
party at the bottom.
Well, not really.
Which party at the bottom?
It's like party at the top, and then like sitting on the couch alone.
Netflix and chilling at the bottom.
Well, not Netflix and chilling. Let's not go there.
Netflix and chill by yourself.
It's true, but this is a family-friendly.
Oh, sorry. Is it?
Not really. But my mum sometimes watches it.
Hi. I don't think my mum has ever made it this far through the podcast.
She always gets bored. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, anyway, so.
Sorry. Cherries was a terrible decision because we're like putting our fingers in our mouth and anyway, we don't care.
And also both ate a cherry at the same time. So this is my Deer and Doe Melilo. It's French, so I think you don't pronounce the T.
Okay. I always want to call it the Melitot.
Melitot.
Even though there's
no, because there's no extra T.
No, I know, but that's my brain how it reads it every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Deer and Doe Melilot, whatever it is.
Melilot. L-O-T. You can just Google it.
Yeah. In my Rifle Paper Co. rayon.
So good.
It's just like, yeah, I made another one of these in just like a spotty rayon from Spotlight. But it's amazing how like using a better quality rayon means I wear this one all the time and I barely wear the other one.
More proof that the champagne and the Aperol Spritz should be expensive.
Exactly. And then also I like this one better because I think I discussed in my, I was talked about this as a work in progress, that it has either long sleeves or it has just one of those drop sleeves that's like you don't actually have to set in the sleeve and you end up with like just a short sleeve there, and then you just put like a little cuff on it. But I wanted it a little bit longer so I could wear it to work because generally I like to keep my tattoos mainly covered at work. So I actually put the long sleeve on it, then cut it to size, and then did a little like fake cuff. So I think it's just like
so cute.
The perfect length, and I enjoy the hack. So that's what I'm wearing.
It's very cute. I didn't make this, but I love it very much.
I feel like we're very colourful
We
on the
are
screen
very
today.
colourful.
It's
Mine
festive.
is from a very good shop in Perth called Rough-Rover, and I suggest that you don't go there if you like money, because you won't have any when you leave. Did you want to talk about any of your other finished things?
Do you have anything finished?
I don't have anything finished.
Do you want me just to whiz through all my... Almost spilt that everywhere. Should I whiz through my finished stuff then?
Whiz. I think we should talk appropriate lengths of time about each one.
Okay. So I put them in order of how proud I am, and so this one's going to come first because I love it so much.
Good.
So it hasn't been blocked yet, but this is my flax jumper by Tin Can Knits. So it's in the Quince & Co. Owl in the colour chamomile, which is like a 50% wool, 50% alpaca blend. And it's just this, I don't know whether it's going to come up on camera, but it's like kind of like a yellowy green with like little specks of black and brown, and it's just like, I think, a stunning colour.
It is very nice. It's very you.
Thanks. So
More
it's
so than the pink jumper you made the first time, I think. This
Yeah.
is more you, this colour.
Yeah, I think I'll get more general wear out of this one. But the other one's a lot softer.
Yes.
But
This was just a single strand, wasn't it? This wasn't two held together like the other one.
yeah, just single strand. It's got the garter panel on the sleeves, which gives a little bit of interest. It's got like the just a raglan increase for the sleeves, and then I cropped it quite because of my short body, so it's actually quite cropped.
And you did an extra long cuff,
And an extra long cuff. So
which I think was a great decision.
yeah, which looks a bit funny like this, but on I think it looks really good.
It's very nice. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thanks.
You've knitted 2 jumpers now.
I know. So I realised I only started knitting in February.
7 years ago.
Yeah, in February 2020, which
Yeah,
was 7 years ago. Yeah, so like a year ago, I didn't know, like, I mean, yeah, I'd done like the odd like scarves and stuff like that, but I had no idea how to make a jumper or do ribbing or...
And now you've done 2.
And now I've done 2. Like, what is this life?
I don't know. Thank you, Grandma Internet, for teaching us things.
Yeah. So I need to block it because I reckon, see how it sits kind of on the sleeve? I reckon it will just be sit a bit nicer once I block it. Which is probably a good time of the year to block because it's so hot outside.
Yes.
Because literally I did washing this morning, and by the time I like put the second load out, the first load was already dry.
Yeah, because we live in the hottest place in the world.
Yeah, it was like 43 degrees on Christmas Day.
Was it?
Yeah, it was where I was out in the Swan Valley.
I feel like it wasn't quite that hot where I was.
I think it got up to 42 in most places.
I was at Poppy's with the air conditioner on.
Okay.
Poppy's with my daughter, not my granddad.
Oh yeah.
Just to be clear. Anyway, it's
So-
very good and you should be very proud of yourself.
Love it. Finished it. So basically, I think the reason why I have so many finished things is because I just wanted to, like, end of the year where you feel like I want a fresh start. Like, I want to get like all of these kind of little projects that I had sitting around, and
they were all partially started, so it's not like you started them all from scratch either.
No, like this top just basically had to have some buttons and something else done. This just needed like the sleeves done and stuff. So I just kind of wanted to get some stuff done, and yeah, I'm in a very like cleaning out mode. So I've just started another Instagram account. So anyone who's interested in purchasing any fabric or crafty related things, I'm going and destashing. So it's like Kacy _craft _destash. So if you're interested in any kind of bargains for fabrics and yarns, I'll be like whacking some stuff up there just to try and clear things out, and then just bring more room for new creative energy.
And of course she has terrible taste, so it will all be awful things that none of you will want to buy.
You just want them all. My stepsister said on my Facebook post, she was like, I will not look. She's like, I don't want any of your stuff. Don't. And I was like, I promise not to give any to you.
That's very kind of you.
Got enough of her own stuff.
She gave you a whole bunch.
Oh, that's right.
As well, so. Yes.
Okay, and then I think I just also had a bit of a sewing spree because I suddenly realised how quick sewing is in comparison to knitting.
Yes.
So
much.
I had this beautiful kind of mustardy linen from Potter & Co. that I had in my stash for ages. And you can see that the yolk has white on the inside because I didn't quite have enough of this linen to do the inside yolk.
But it looks so like you bought it from Katie's or Portman's or Sports Girl or somewhere.
I was like, why are you saying really shitty places?
Sorry.
Katie's?
It was the first thing that came into my head.
You could have said Ruck Rove. It looks like you bought it at Suzanne's.
No, I meant like it looks like very professionally made.
Okay, let's go with that.
By machines, not by small children in Asia.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet. So I'll get Grum to insert a picture now of me wearing it. But basically it's kind of this kind of cute kind of cropped top with the little tie.
I need to see how the tie looks when it's untied.
Okay. And it's got one of these, I think they call them like camp collars or sport collars or something, which is basically a collar without a stand. So they're much easier collars to do because you don't actually have a stand at all.
It
so
kind
it's just
of looks
kind of
like a business jacket is what.
Yeah.
I think that's why I went with Katie's.
Oh, right.
Because it was the
okay.
first thing my brain could think of that was like workwear.
Right. Okay. So I really like this style of collar. So the one that I'm wearing here, the Melly Low, has a proper collar. So it's with a collar stand and you insert the collar. But the named clothing Rita dress that I hacked into a shirt that I've discussed about previously also has one of these style collars and I really like them.
Yeah, I like it too. It's a bit cash.
Yeah.
I really like how clever the ties are when they're really just like...
Yeah, so they're just basically,
You just have a weird bit on your fabric and then you can
Just
tie
cut
them
it.
together. It's very cute. Also a very you colour.
Thanks. And then I wanted to use some buttons that I had, so you can see that they're actually like ombre buttons because they're different.
Oh yeah, so they are.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I was like, I thought it actually looked kind of cute.
Yeah, I think it looks very cute.
So I adored this shirt when I made it. I was like, oh my God, I put it on. So she also does different cup sizes as well. So she does like sizes in like kind of an A, B cup and then like a C to E cup type thing. Okay. So you kind of choose your cup size. So it's like the first time I've ever tried on a top and like the bust darts like hit the apex of your bust, how it's supposed to, rather than like...
Spoiler alert, Kacy and I both have big boobs.
Yeah. Rather than like sitting back here where my bust darts normally sit. So it actually fit me on the shoulders and the bust, whereas normally that's either...
I'll need to get this pattern.
But...
Oh, there's a but. Uh-oh.
So I literally like made it and I was like, I'm gonna wear this all the time. And I started a second one, which is in my works in progress, but let's discuss it now, which I was making here out of just this blue gingham. And I decided to do without the extra part of the collar, so it would just be like an open bit there. So this is just really has the sleeves and the hem to go, so it's actually really close to being finished. But the reason why it's just sitting around and I haven't done it is because it's just slightly too high for me as I've been wearing it.
Oh.
So
as like, in which part's too high? Too short.
Too short.
Oh.
Because I've got quite a short body. But then because of where the tie is, there's like a tiny bit of my like stomach that shows.
Oh.
Like, and so the only thing I can wear it with, like I was wearing it with jeans. So the photo that I'll post, I was wearing jeans. But then when I wore it for a day, when you kind of jeans move around, it's fine when you first put your jeans on and they're sitting at your waist, but then you're kind of doing stuff and your jeans come down slightly and you lift up. And I realized that there was just like a tiny bit of my like waist, and I don't have a nice waist.
Her waist is fine, but in her own mind, she has issues with her
I've got tiny legs and a big waist anyway. So I actually don't wear it that often because there's nothing that I wear that's high enough apart from these shorts.
I was going to say those shorts. You could wear it with those shorts.
Yeah.
You just need to buy some mum jeans.
Yeah, well I do. I have mum jeans.
Like even higher mum jeans.
No, like I have like the highest jeans that are possible. It's even too short for that.
Oh, well it's very cute though. So if you don't have a problem with showing off your belly, you'll be fine.
Or just make it a little bit longer.
Yeah. So you could add a band. Oh no, because you've got the ties.
Yeah. So
add a band.
That was really cheap fabric. This was really expensive fabric. So
you can wear it with those shorts at least.
Yeah. Or if I lose 10 kilos, which is going to be my plan for 2021.
Or over your bathers at the beach.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll
and
still
be nice and cool because it's linen.
still be usable. But yeah, so it's beautiful linen from Potter & Co. that I've had in my stash for ages. I didn't have much of it. It was like only a metre or something, so I had to find the kind of the right pattern for it.
You couldn't have made it longer even if you wanted to then.
No, not really. So I had to do some really serious like pattern Tetris to kind of get it out, and that's why the inside yoke's just out of some white linen instead. But of course, when you're wearing it, you can't even see it. So that's that.
Good job.
And then my last finished object, I think. Yep. Did we discuss this last time?
I think we discussed the fabric, but you hadn't said what you were going to make.
Oh, cool. Okay. I had made it. So again, I'll post, get a photo posted here. But this is a hack of a pattern. So this is the Peppermint Ruffle Sleeve Top by In the Folds, the free ones that you get with Peppermint magazine. Yeah. In this, like, I think of it as like Gorman-esque fabric, which was, I can't remember, who was it again? Nerida Hansen.
Yes.
Fabric, and it's like, it's not quite a rayon, it's a light cotton.
Yeah. Which
I actually realise I much prefer the way that rayon falls on me than this cotton, because this still feels a bit stiff.
It's very light though, so.
Yeah, it's like see-through-ish.
It'd be nice for summer.
So great for summer. And basically I've hacked it into a dress. So all I did was add on slightly more length to the bodice piece, and I like measured it with a dress that I've got that has a ruffle, and basically then just figured out how much length I would have to add on, and then how much length, or like how wide the ruffle needed to be.
Because Kacy's a fashion designer
now. Yeah, so just added the ruffle to the bottom, added length to the bodice, and then I just kind of slightly made the V-neck a little bit more deep, because the other one on me, because I've made one of the tops before, just sat a little bit high. It just kind of because of my
V, then you need to have a V.
Yeah, and because I got big boobs as well, like it sat weirdly high.
I think a V is the recommended neckline for big boobs.
Ah, there you go.
And the little tie is very cute.
And yeah, I just made a little tie out of the same fabric just to kind of bring it in at the waist, because it's just a bit flowy. But yeah, I've worn it to like my Christmas party and stuff, and yeah, I don't think it's super flattering, so I feel a little bit self-conscious because of my big boobs. Like anything that's like a little bit oversized, I think can sometimes look a bit overwhelming on big busted women.
That's why I don't wear long sleeves, because I feel like it's too much fabric.
Yeah.
Because I have the big boobs, I feel like too much fabric on my arms just doesn't look flattering. So
yeah,
that's why
it's like you have everything that's kind of quite almost tightish on the top, and then more voluminous on the bottom. So that's all of my finished objects.
Oh, yes. She's been very busy.
Yeah.
And I feel very unproductive.
But
also,
who cares?
I was studying, so that's my excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
And will be for the next 3 years.
Yeah. So works in progress. Your turn.
Yes, my turn? Okay. So I have all the regrets. I decided, I'm going to do a big cross stitch so that it lasts longer and I can...
Why would you do that?
I don't know, because I'm an idiot.
That's a terrible idea.
I know. And somebody gave me this big hoop as well, and I was like, I'm going to... So anyway.
Really, it should be like, what is the smallest possible thing that I get done and it's finished?
Well, but I had done lots of like things that I'd finished, so I was like, I need a longer project.
Exciting. Okay.
So Kacy hasn't seen it. So it's called Mexican Flowers, and I've completely forgotten where I got it from, the pattern. But anyway, so this is...
Wait, I can't see it. They're seeing it before I do. Stop it. I love that.
So it's very kind of bright colours. Obviously, I'm not anywhere near finished. It's actually even a bigger design than what is going to fit in the hoop. So I decided I would just do it to wherever it kind of fitted in the hoop. It's like a long oblong kind of design.
So you just started in the middle and you'll work your way out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have I also, more regrets. I didn't actually print the pattern out. I've just been using it off my phone. But because it's such a big pattern, it's across like 10 pages, and I keep having to match up where the design meets on the edges. And there are a couple of little errors in spots where I've not counted enough stitches, but I don't care because it doesn't need to be perfect.
True.
And it looks fine.
Finished is better. What is it? Finished is better than perfect?
Yes.
Done is better than... I don't know.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
Finishing it is
Let's
better
look at
than
the bag of
not
fish thing again.
because...
Oh, sorry. Bag of fish. Just like putting it out there. that whoever commented and sent us to that website that had all the like different sayings for when you like, I don't know him from a bar of soap. But apparently there is a lot of different things. And what was one of the ones that I was like, oh my God, I love that. It was close to a bag of fish anyway.
I mean, I feel like we should get Kacy's added on there.
Yes, I feel like we should. Anyway, it was this big long list of all these things that you can say when you're saying you don't know someone very well.
Or at all.
Or at all.
From a bag of fish.
Bag of fish wasn't on there, but bar of soap was, and there was another really funny one. So anyway, thank you to whoever commented that.
So when I started this, I was like, I'm just going to use colours that I've already got. I'm not even going to, I'm going to be a rebel. I'm just going to
do it.
Choose them myself. And then because it's such a big pattern and there's actually quite a lot of colours, I realised it was quite hard to keep track of which colour I was using for which colour.
Yeah, okay.
So then
But then you can just like...
So then I went to Spotlight and bought all the right colours.
I like your colour choices though. They're gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, it's that really kind of bright Mexican kind of vibe.
What are you going to do with it? Just frame it?
Yeah.
Pillow?
Frame it, I think.
And is it all filled in or is there gaps?
There's gaps.
Okay.
But it's very, because it's such a big design, it's very kind of like, I don't know, pixelated. So there's some colours that aren't very different from each other, but it makes that kind of textured sort of look. So, yeah.
Yeah, like these little bits in here.
Yeah.
It's got like just the one little colour.
Yeah. So anyway,
love it.
That's what I've been working on for 12 years. And we'll be working on for another 12 years. I think I actually started it maybe in September or August.
Oh my God.
I know. But then because I was studying, I was hardly doing any craft at all because every minute of my life was what should I be reading, what should I be writing, what should I be reviewing.
No, I meant that in a good way. Like that, I thought that's a lot for
really?
September.
Well, I pretty much didn't do any in September, October. So yeah, I just do it while I'm watching TV. Well, I'm listening to TV because I'm watching the cross stitch. So yeah, that's taken up the majority of my time at the moment. So yes.
It's amazing. I love it.
Thanks.
Speaking of TV, I just started watching Bridgerton. Have you seen it?
No.
On Netflix. Oh my God, it's hilarious. It's like this 18th century?
Oh, it's like that show that
it's like Pride and Prejudice, but funny.
Yeah. What was that one that they made and it had... Oh, everybody watches it. Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah, but funny. But
yeah,
not quite the same era.
Oh no.
It's more Pride and Prejudice because Downton Abbey was like, that started in 1911 or whatever.
1900s, wasn't it?
Whereas, and the Titanic sinking and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is more like 1800s,
Right.
1700s. That kind of era. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's really, really good. Like, anyway, you should watch it.
Works in progress.
Yeah, okay. So, which one should I do?
Kacy's also having regrets.
Okay, so I'm making. So I have.
He wasn't born last
No,
time.
I have a nephew. His name is Jack, and I love him. So he was born on the 26th of November. He was born at 37-ish weeks.
He's totally fine.
He's tiny, but he is perfect, and I love him. So I'm making him a mobile for over his change table or cot or whatever. He already has one, but I'm making a second one because
it's going to be better.
It's better than a store-bought one. And he's got like a jungle animal theme in his room, and so I'm making a little jungle animal mobile. So it's by the pattern I found on Etsy is by Little Stuff is her Etsy shop. There's a little tree. He's got a tail. There's an elephant.
So I did actually have one finished thing that I forgot to bring with me because I'm silly. And it was a felt Christmas decoration.
Cute.
And now let's talk about how we feel about felt.
Yeah, so anyway, this mobile basically has, I've still got 4 more animals to do. So I've got a zebra, a giraffe, a lion and a crocodile still to do. And I've done 3 animals, 2 leaves and a tree. And I hate hand sewing. I hate it.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy it. So all of my work's in progress pretty much. Oh, I've got, a couple of things. Anything that's like that embroidery, the floral embroidery that we showed you previously, done no work on that. My mum brought me this amazing slow stitching kit, which I adore and I love. I just don't want to do it because it involves hand stitching. I don't like stitching with my hand.
I mean,
that's what I've discovered.
I didn't hate the hand stitching, but I bought a bunch of felt to make Christmas decorations, and I was going to make them all for my team at work.
It takes 17 hours.
It actually took the entire day to make one decoration. Like
it takes me a day to make one.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Although I managed to get the 2 leaves and the tree done in one day.
Well, I was doing it with my 2 sons because they were like, we want to do it too. And then I think they had all the regrets because they were like, why did we agree to this?
Yeah.
Because it takes so long, but part of it was stopping and showing them how to do stuff and whatever.
I think also
but
just
it
because
does take a long time.
the blanket stitch takes up a lot of thread, so I cut it pretty long, but then it gets tangled. So then you cut it a bit shorter, but then I feel like every 2 seconds I'm then having to like tie it off, and you've got to kind of hide the stitch and then start a new piece of thing, and it's just takes so long. So I think they're super cute. Like I love the little contrast on this one here. So on this one here, you do like a contrasting thread, which I think is really cute.
Yeah.
And he's got like his little tail, which is like, I love the look of them. But I think in the future,
when other people make them.
I'm going to basically just machine sew them. Like it's not going to have the same kind of look of the blanket stitching.
She's like,
but
I hate this, but when I do it again.
It's because I bought another pattern and I kind of feel like I have to use it.
She hasn't bought any of the felt.
No.
She's just bought the
pattern. And then this the story of the felt. So I rock up to Spotlight in Melville. So anyone here in Perth will know that the Spotlight in Melville,
they might not know
because I didn't know, and I'm someone who goes to Spotlight all the time, burnt down.
It did.
Nobody told me.
I thought I had told her because I did the same thing. I pulled up
did not.
to go to Spotlight on the way somewhere else. And I was like,
There was just an entire, like, Spotlight's a giant building.
It is, and it's just no building.
You just like, I was so confused because I drove into the car park and then I was like, it's like if you suddenly drove into the city and a building was missing.
Yeah.
That you just like, wait. And I was like, did I drive into the wrong place? But all the other stuff looked familiar. And I was like, what's going on? And then I drove past the Bachelor and his new girlfriend. And I was like, there's the Bachelor. And then I was like, where's Spotlight? And I just didn't know what to do in that moment. And then because I was so like, there's the Bachelor, Spotlight's missing, I was like, do I just yell out the window at the Bachelor? I was like, no.
I feel like it would have been really funny if your brain is like short-circuited and you yelled out, hey Bachelor,
Spotlight's bent down! Like...
Anyway, I did the same thing.
There's a whole moment.
Anyone who's familiar with the Melville Spotlight would know that there's a back way to get into it and a front way. And I had originally gone the back way. And I went to go in, but it was blocked off. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And my husband was with me at the time. And he was like, oh, it looks like the building there has been on fire. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. Not putting together, because the Spotlight was gone by the time I got there as well. It was the building next door that had the burn marks on it. Not putting together the pieces that the Spotlight was not there. So I was like, oh, damn, we're going to have to go around the front way. Drove all the way around the front way. And then was like, oh, wait.
Yeah. It was a whole moment. So anyway, I got there and it was like we were meeting up for lunch that day.
Yes.
And I'd bought the pattern and so basically I think this was like a week or 2 before my nephew was born. So my plan was to get this.
He was not meant to be born then, so it's his own fault.
But also he's past his due date now. So he would have been born no matter what by this point. But he's also 4 weeks old. Like he's not going to know.
No, he doesn't.
Like he'll get it in a month or 2.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But at that point I was like, quick, I've got like a week until she was going to be induced. I was like, I can smash this out. Turn up at Spotlight. It's burnt down. Bachelor's there. Try not to shout out the window. And then I was like, okay, what do I do now? And we're about to meet up for lunch. And then I was like, but I need to get this stuff. And then I was like, I don't want to drive all the way to Cannington to the other Spotlight.
Or Joondalup or wherever the other one is.
Yeah, and then so as I was leaving, there was like a little store called, I think it's called Craft Days or something weird, like one of these like small like sewing and craft stores. And I'm like, awesome, it's just near Spotlight, never noticed it before. Yeah, I'm quite happy to support small business, like awesome, went in there, found the felt. All the felt was like obviously like really adorable colours as well. Like it wasn't just like horrible bright primary colours, like it was perfect. I loved it. I took it up there and she's like, oh, you know this is wool felt, right? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, just sell me the felt. And then she's like, that'll be like $90 or something ridiculous.
That'll be $1,643.
Oh my God. So maybe that's why she was being like, you know that's wool felt, because it was like $5 a sheet. So by the time I bought all the felt, I think it was maybe between $70 and $90 anyway, for like, I don't know, 10 pieces of felt and some embroidery floss. So,
but you did get very good matching embroidery floss.
I know, right? Like, I'm quite surprised. But anyway.
So you better like it, Jack.
Don't talk to him like that. He's just a tiny baby.
So you better like it, Jack.
That's better. Yeah, but anyway, it was at that point where you're like,
it's too late.
It's too late now. And like, I liked the colours, and I was like,
I mean, I feel like it's very good quality. It will last him a long time.
Oh, for
Perhaps
sure.
he will even pass it on to his children.
Maybe, because you could take it off the mobile and then he could
Yeah.
just have them as little toys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love him and he's worth it, so I don't care.
100%.
But yeah, it was $4,000. I had to take out a mortgage, even though I don't have a house.
She sold one of her kidneys.
Yeah, I only need one kidney anyway. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, so my other work in progress. Oh yeah, it was basically that wattle and loop stitching kit. So I will insert a picture right now because I can't move it, because what I've done is I've started cutting out the bits of fabric and placing it on the main diagram, so I can kind of decide where I want each of the bits, and then I'll glue them down to the piece and then start stitching them. But I'm still in the cutting process, so I'll just insert a photo of where I'm up to.
And you will hate every second of it.
Yeah, just hand stitching. Maybe, I mean, I could machine stitch it, but
You could.
just...
Maybe, it won't be blanket stitch though, so that's good.
Yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. But it's beautiful and I love it, and I'll love it when it's done. It's just the process of it is a little bit tedious. And then my other one is the memory throw, which was, we've showed you previously, the sheepies, whatever, yarn, and the memory throw.
It's so pretty.
Which is so pretty, and it's pretty much just like, it's so fun to just use all the yarns, and
anything that involves a lot of colours is always fun.
but like a lot of colours often look bad, like it's too rainbow, but this is like, the colour palette is really nice. So that's basically the inside portion of it.
Very good.
And then what I was going to do is basically do all the inside bits, and then I'll have to buy some of the
Creamy stuff.
the cream yarn to basically join it all together.
That's what I was planning on doing as well.
Yeah, so I had the wrong hook size, so I've gone up a hook size. So I think that the patterns want like a 4 or something, and my smallest was maybe a 5.
Okay.
So I've just went up. So I'm assuming it's just going to be slightly kind of a wider, like the stitches aren't going to be as tight. So it'll be a slightly more holey blanket, but it'll also be a little bit bigger as well.
And that's good.
Yeah, so I've done only one of them really. And then, yeah, then I've half done another one. But yeah, I kind of carry them around in this little like case, so that way I can like, I took it camping and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was cute.
I actually got, for Christmas, some more of the Luca wooden crochet hooks from my daughter and her boyfriend.
Cute.
And one of them I think is a 4 or 4.5. So
Because you had the circular set, didn't you?
no, I have
knitting
the
needles?
Oh yeah, sorry, knitting. Yeah, not.
But they're circulars,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
The interchangeable
Yes,
circulars,
yeah. And I had a couple of the crochet hooks which I really like because they're so pretty to look at. So I'll be able to use that to make the thing. I might start that soon.
It's really fun.
Before the study starts again.
When does it start?
End of Jan.
Okay. You got time. And I think like once I get back into it, the pattern's really easy.
Yeah.
But
and
now
once you're doing it over and over again.
and I've forgotten it, so now I'm like I'm more reluctant to pick it up again because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to figure out what that pattern was. So once I get started, I think I'll smash it out. But pretty much, I don't want to make any new things. Like I'm trying to refrain from having a lot of like new projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I want to just like actually get some of this stuff done.
I have a bunch of half-started things that I should probably finish before I start anything new, which is why I've been putting off starting that particular project because I have so many half-started things. Yeah. I think I did say right at the in our very first podcast that I am excellent at half-starting things. not finishing them.
Half starting them? Starting them.
We're starting them.
Half completing them.
Yeah. That thing.
So my only future plans, because I'm trying to basically finish everything, were things that I'd already kind of planned, which was I'm going to make another flax. So I've made...
For yourself?
No, for Jack. For my nephew, out of the feels like butter stuff. Oh my God, it's going to be so cute. So, yeah.
The tealy colour one?
The tealy coloured feels like butter.
That'll be very nice.
Which will be super cute. And I did up a little swatch of it recently. I've had too much champagne. And it works up so nice. Have you done any of yours?
I haven't worked any of mine yet, no.
Oh my God, like the actual fabric that it creates is ridiculous. So I'm doing like the 6-month size so he can wear it next winter.
You're doing a bigger one.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I've got as my future plans is that, so I'm in a choir. Hi Nina, if you're watching. She's someone who's in my choir and watches. She also sews and knits and stuff, and has been knitting this amazing cardigan in like the most beautiful colour. I think it's a cotton. Gorgeous, loved it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in a choir. We're just talking about our costumes. So we do a show every year at the Perth Fringe Festival, and we're talking about our costumes yesterday. And it's like a certain colour palette basically that we have to.
It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's the right colour.
Yeah, and it's going to be like all these kind of like earthy tones, like kind of either deep greens, deep teals, like anything like deeply earthy or like oceany. Wow. So ages ago, I bought all of these doona covers from H&M.
Yes.
So they're like 100% linen, really nice quality linen, and I got a king size doona cover plus pillowcases for like $20, and I calculated how many meters of like fabric if you were to buy that linen. It was like the equivalent of 7 meters,
which would cost you about $1 trillion in linen.
Exactly, for like $20. So I actually bought 4 of them. I bought it in a light pink and a light blue, which I actually use as bed linen, and then I bought a grey and a amazing teal colour. Which will be, I'm going to use the teal colour, and I might make the In the Folds Acton dress. Okay. Have you ever seen that?
I have looked at In the Folds, but I don't know if I've seen the actual Acton dress.
Okay. So it's like a very like square neck, like spaghetti straps, and then there's 2 views, and I want to do.
I wouldn't have looked it away in my memory because I don't do spaghetti straps.
Yeah. And View B has this like really interesting thing where it's like basically got this like really wide kind of square skirt that wraps around and then you tie at the waist. So it kind of gives volume in like a unique way, and I always wanted to do it.
Sounds like an origami dress.
Yeah, kind of. So that's kind of my plan. But it looks like quite a detailed pattern. So
when do you need it by?
January, end of Jan.
So you've got the rest of this week off from work, right, Kacy?
I do. I was going to go camping tomorrow down south.
Take your sewing machine with you.
Camping?
I mean, you could hand sew it.
Oh my God, stop. Get out of my house right now. That's everything that I wanted to talk about. You got more stuff. You got a pile.
I just brought along a couple of my Christmas
Show me stuff.
presents.
Woo!
Because I thought I would share them. Because for some reason my children think that I'm into craft.
Where would they get that idea from?
I have no idea.
Weird.
So my middle son bought me this macrame.
Middle son?
Yes, I have. Well, middle child. Middle child who is a son. Bought me this macrame.
I was like, how do you have a middle son when there's only 2 of them? Macrame.
Book. Because he heard a rumour that I was maybe interested in it. And it's got some very nice projects in it that I will attempt at some point. Maybe during my study break. Oh no, it went dark. It's back now. And then my daughter, who is my eldest child,
cute.
Bought me this knitting book, which I'm very excited about. The colour palette of the projects is lovely, which is always a good sign that I will like the projects themselves. So when I finally finish my sweater that I actually started and haven't finished yet, I will give one of these a go, I think.
Have you made any progress on that?
I have not. So the problem
You split for the sleeves? You split for the sleeves.
I did split for the sleeves. Yep. I'm on the band at the bottom, but the issue is that I was too confident and thought I knew what I was doing and forgot to change down a needle size when I was doing my band. And then I'd already done, I don't know, 3 or 4 rounds by the time I realised. And by the time I realised, I mean by the time Kacy said to me, "You went down a needle size, right?" And I went, "Oh, shit." And I don't really want to have to pull it back.
Just don't go down a needle size. It just makes the ribbing tighter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Who cares?
I kind of did the whole...
Stop it. Look at that. That's like my goal in life. No, just that little pile of knits at the back.
Yeah, I know.
Just that colour palette of that pile. Look at that. Like, that's just everything I want in life.
I really like the mustard jumper. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't picked it up because I'm like, God damn it, I did a thing wrong.
Don't worry about it.
I need to just get over it.
No, just keep going.
So yeah, and then I need to do the sleeves. So I need to come for a lesson from the sweater master over here. Yeah, that's why I haven't done any more.
Oh my God, these are so good.
So my daughter's name is Poppy, and there's literally a jumper called Poppy. So I feel like I have to make that one. Maybe for her.
It's really cute too. It's got like this like stepped hem.
It does. And it's got like a stripe in it. It's very cute.
Very cute.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still planning on, so basically as soon as
This is the one that I really like.
This one?
It's got like it's a sweater with like a back zip. I know.
You're being ridiculous
It's so cute. But like, look at it from the front.
Yeah, I know, it's so cute, but like a back zip.
Almost a boat neck.
Like, how do you even do that?
Although it's a ribbed jumper, and so it would be like knit one, curl one.
Oh my God, no.
And then I would kill myself.
Like the entire thing is like ribbed.
Yeah.
And my ribbing never looks that straight.
No.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like my ribbing is always like, obviously I just don't have good tension when I swap between knit and purl. Like my knit stitch, like when I do stockinette, it looks amazing. When I do rib, it looks...
the person who made this design is an expert, and that's why they have a book.
Yeah. So as soon as I was basically on the last sleeve of my jumper, I was being like, I actually put it down at one point when I was so close to the end, and I started looking at like what I should do next and what wool I should buy, and I was like, focus, finish the damn thing that's on your lap.
In the words of our hero, Amy Poehler, doing the thing is the thing.
So I really want to try some colour work, so some sort of Fair Isle like this, and I think I've spoken in previous episodes about the throwaway jumper, the throwback, throw over, throwback.
I think it's throwback.
And I think the throwback was the cardigan and the throw over.
Yeah. Throw it away.
Throw it away. The rubbish thing. So I really want to do that, but yeah, that's
a big commitment. I think.
Not really. Why?
Because it's learning a whole nother skill.
Yeah, but it's not like something like that, which is like
that's true.
Just lots of colour work. And plus, it's actually like, it's not like you're like something like that, you're like swapping between multiple colours in a row. Whereas because of the way she's designed it's just that kind of colour changing yarn. And so you pretty much, once you get to that part, you're pretty much doing then like your base yarn and then that colour. Yeah. Then you're doing that colour and the next colour.
Yeah.
So like you're only ever doing 2.
Yeah.
So
it would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
The colourwork.
Yeah. But I really, really, really love the I think it's called the Spin Cycle Yarns Dream State.
Oh, yes.
And I haven't been able to find anything similar, but for me to get it over here, it's so expensive. And then we do
like supporting local, and so it's that quandary of, do I buy the really lovely thing from the US or do I buy something local? So yeah. Also, I think these books are Kacy's now.
Yeah, obviously. They're on my lap. Thank you. Merry Christmas to me.
She can't stop looking at the knitting one.
Yeah. Like, I'm maybe choosing my next jumper from here.
She's got the bug.
So I really just like knitting jumpers, I think is my thing. Like I just really enjoy knitting jumpers. And I kind of just want to do like a jumper a year.
Why only one?
Well, like that one I really like.
Yeah, that one's really nice. Sure.
I think I showed the picture of that one before, so the Asta.
They're like such good colours as well, which I think, it's like when you look at a house that's for sale, if it's got nice furniture, it makes you want to buy the house more.
Yeah.
So because the colours are all colours that appeal to us, I think we're like, I want to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's just the key.
So it was a good choice on my daughter's.
Thanks, Poppy. Thanks. Thanks for the book, Poppy.
Because it wasn't on my list. There was lots of other knitting books on my list, but this was not one of them.
Yeah, cool.
So, yes. Anyway,
awesome.
So yeah,
that's pretty much it then.
It is.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here's to 2021 being good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, hopefully we'll do more of these in the future
Yes,
as we make some crafts. They'll come out when they come out.
they will.
And
I'll just
that's,
be here to look pretty.
Wait, you had
Kacy
books
makes all
and
the
you
things.
like had cross stitch
It's
and
true, and that's it.
yeah, but you still had your jumper
It's
and
true.
stuff. Like, there's still plenty of. I just brought more works in progress because I live here. I could just go out the back and be like, let's grab some stuff.
It's true.
Anyway, go check out my D-Stash account if you're wanting to buy anything.
Or, don't, so that she has to give them all to me.
Well, I did actually message Tiff first and was like, sent her all the photos of everything that I was getting rid of and being like, what do you want? Before I put them up. So
75 photos later.
I think it was about 21, but anyway. And you only bought 4 things.
I know, I was very controlled.
Yeah.
Very controlled. But anyway. So yeah, check it out.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll
Thanks.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.